Spark. It's good to see you ready to travel the universe. All of these worlds, made by others just like you. So much to explore. So much to create. The universe is waiting for you to bring it to life. The stories yet to be told, the games to be made, civilizations and societies to be formed. So, what kind of spark are you? Player, creator, or both? But whatever you choose, there's a universe of possibilities. Now, how do we begin?
Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Keen from Keen and Graev's gaming blog. I just want to show you guys Project Spark. It's a game that I was writing a blog post about, and I realized that a video version would be a lot better because I can show off a lot of the things that I'm talking about, and you'll be able to see firsthand how cool this game or tool really is. So I first want to just start off by showing off some of the tools, maybe just some of the abilities that this game has for a player like you or me to create a game or a world to play in, and then I'll show off some of the things that other people have created that we can jump in and explore. Alright, so here on the left hand side we have all of the tools. You can expand out the different categories to see what's kind of available for you to use. And then in the bottom of the screen you have kind of like the resource palette, what they allow you to build with and that kind of thing. So let's start off by creating the nature biome. And I just want to show you real quick that you can eventually generate towns, enemies, friends, and that kind of thing. So here we go. Let's generate part of this as our woodland nature biome. If at any time you don't like what you've created, down at the bottom of the screen you can grab this undo button, and as you slide it along it'll undo anything that you've built. So let's go ahead and leave it right there. Something I thought was cool was this river generating tool. Literally generate a river right around anything that we build. You can have the paint tool. Allows you to pick a resource and then paint over. And let's say we wanted to get into these fine little detail areas, like I've missed a spot right here. I can change the size of my brush, and I can lower the intensity, kind of like in Photoshop with the erase tool, where if you don't want it to overlap, you just kind of want to insert the resources there, a little bit of feathering. You can just kind of ease it around the edges. And you can see every time I click the mouse button, it creates a place for me to undo and back up to. Okay, and then next we have the awesome tool called Expand. Let's ramp up the size of this a little bit and increase a little bit of the intensity. I'm expanding the terrain out, running my mouse over it, and creating hills. I thought this was awesome. So I'm expanding the terrain out, creating a little bit of uneven texture to it. Ramp up the intensity even more to make the hills jump out faster. You can do expand, you can do smooth, plateau, cubify. First let's make this with the square tool. I'm going to add some square depth to that. But let's say that doesn't fit with my world. I can take the smooth tool. Anyone that's played EverQuest Landmark is going to appreciate this. And I can smooth all of the edges. Kind of shrink it down, make it look a little bit more natural, so that it doesn't look just so cubed. I can hold it down, and the longer I hold down, the smoother it becomes. So I can turn that stepped, tiered area into a very, very smooth, natural but not really natural looking area. And I can also generate cylinders and squares. And then with this tool, I thought this was pretty cool. If I've created a height that I like, I can just make it plateau, continue the area that I'm building. Okay, let's quickly add, let's paint the ground. I've always liked this color, or this resource here. Love this tool. I love how it automatically sensed that the top of the hill should be the grass and the side should be this rocky kind of dirt texture. Let's crank up the size. Let's go to a square tool and maximize the intensity. I just want to make the grass on the ground solid before we jump in and see what this looks like. Okay. Let's go to the prop tool. You can add anything. You can add houses. You can add other NPCs. And when you add an NPC, you can click on this little brain icon, and you can literally script everything that this character can do. When I press the A button, this happens. When I left click, this happens. When an enemy, attack nearest enemy, or player, or neutral, attack nearest object. If the distance to my enemy is less than 20 units, and the distance to my enemy is greater than or equal to 2, do such and such. I love how you can craft anything. You can use math. You can add physics. Let's go ahead and click this when key really quick. So when control button left mouse click is clicked, do something. Let's do click here. That makes no sense to fall, but basically you get the idea. When any input, do this. And you can craft, you can script for your enemies, you can script for the player himself, you can script almost anything from what I've been able to see. You can script objects, so like when a log comes in contact with an axe, have it do yield 1 log. You can script anything you'd imagine in a game. So let's add a couple more NPCs here. And let's add, let's actually open up our prop tool and see what we have to play with. Here we go, we have the prop tool. So you can see here we have all sorts of like random objects and props. Everything from castle walls, I hope those cost money. Everything from castle walls to player characters and non-player characters. Awesome abilities that you can get, like if I want to have blowing, like if I want a breeze to be blowing in my game, or butterflies, or if I want to have a charge up ability, or this kind of attack. All of that you can, even spell effects, you can add into the game and script into your characters. So I mentioned some things cost money. Like let's go to this right here. I can place a squirrel for free, and so can you. But if you want to place the male knight, you're going to have to spend either, I think these are tokens or credits. Tokens, there it is right there. Credits or tokens. Credits you earn just from playing the game. So everything that I'm showing you right now, all of these things are generating me tokens, or credits. Tokens are like the currency you can buy. And by purchasing these things in game, I unlock them and I can do things with them. If I buy the knight right here comes with a squire, the knight, a fence plank. I am not sure why that comes with this. Oh, obviously, so he can practice, I guess. Weapons, custom sounds for the knight when he does his attacks. You can see here, human crowd, male applause, door gate, fortify, all of this comes with the male knight. Hay explosion, naturally, of course that would come with the knight. All this cool stuff. Ooh, look, an archer's bow, knight's practice sword. So these are like little packs that you can buy. And I saw one earlier, if I can go back here and find the castle wall again. Let's see. There it is. You can buy a castle pack, and with the castle pack you can buy everything you need to build a castle within your game or within your world that you're building to explore. And all of this costs money. It's a free-to-play game, but as you buy props, you expand your horizons and your ability to create these new worlds and new places to explore and share with other people. So let's just really quickly add one more thing, and I can actually script that to be a starting point for the player if I really wanted to. Let's add a tree, a couple more trees. All right, let's jump right in and see this world. You can see these guys came with their automatic scripting. This guy right here doesn't like goblins, so he's attacking, but I don't really like the goblin either, so I'm going to help him out. We've killed that goblin. Or not killed the goblin. Nope, there he goes. He died. Okay, so look, I mean, we're actually in the world that right before your eyes I crafted. Isn't it beautiful? Not really. But this guy, I think he's scripted to follow me and be my friend. Again, he could have been scripted to be my enemy. Let's swim through the water. And I just want to point this out if it's not obvious. This water is, I'm scripted to swim in the water. I could have easily scripted this so that when I jump into the water, I would die. And I think it's sad that I've not made an exit for myself. Maybe I can go over here. Right click for a fireball. please be able to exit? Yes. Okay, so one of the cool things that I thought was worth sharing is that you don't have to create this 3D virtual world like this. Yes, it's cool to create MMOs, you can make RPGs, whatever you want, but what if I wanted to just have a side-scroller? I could actually lock the camera right here, and like a Mario game or a Donkey Kong game, the player could have to jump over obstacles, and I could create a platformer. I could create a pinball game, which I'll show you guys later. You can do anything you want.
Celtic Reaver has joined the channel.
I think that's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and jump out of the play mode. I can figure out how to jump out of the play mode. Oh yeah, edit from here. Okay, so boom, I'm out. I'm back to the editing. One of the things that's coming in the future is the ability to add custom animations from the Kinect. If I scroll in on these guys, you see how this little goblin right here is just like wiggling his fingers? I could actually take the Kinect, stand in front of it, and I could do jumping jacks. And I could code that into the game, or script it using their little script editing tool, so that this character, based on all of these things, will use my custom animation and do jumping jacks when he's standing still. There's videos out there you can look up from the developers where they do everything. I think one guy did a custom little dance for a character. I mean, they are really letting you do whatever you want in this to make this game or whatever you're creating your own. Alright, so here we are right at the main menu. I can play, create, or go to the marketplace. Let's go to the play mode, and let's see what's been top rated. There's a game called Defend the Tower that somebody's built. It's Defend the Tower version 3. I've never tried any of these. Let's give... This one's got 24,000 votes. Let's check this out. So I click on it, and I can add spark power. I can play it, I can remix, I can do all kinds of things. I can follow this creator if I like his stuff. And I can see tags. This person's tagged this game as a role-playing fantasy game. It has controller support, keyboard support, mouse support, single player, third person, it's in 3D. Let's go ahead and just play it. And since he mentioned that it has controller support, I'm going to grab my Xbox 360 controller that I've plugged right already into my computer. Alright, the world's initializing here. I've never played this before, so I apologize if it's horrible. Deep in the forest of Albion lay a small town of Oakvale, unchanged by time and touched by the sword. Untouched by the sword. Okay. So what they've done is they've scripted this introduction. They've scripted the camera to pan like this, and I don't know if the player was able to control that. I'm pretty sure he was. But they're controlling the entire user experience, which is phenomenal. I think what's kind of funny is that I've already seen a ton of stuff that violates a lot of people's intellectual property. I saw a Zelda game earlier. Clearly this is meant to be Fable. So he's telling me he wants me to go find my sister. She's playing out by the Varro fields here. This is basically Fable 1 somebody's created. Something else I haven't mentioned yet is you can make quests. You can literally script them to say, have an exclamation point over their heads and say, talk to me. And you talk to them and they give you this dialogue, and you can accept the quest and then go off on an adventure, and they will give you rewards. So you can build full-fledged RPGs. I'm legitimately tired of the conversation already. Let's keep moving through here. Okay, here I am. I'm now moving around. I'm using my Xbox 360 controller. Right stick, left stick. I punch the bird. Fully interactable world. Let's see, left bumper does nothing. Right bumper. Here's my... Oh, that's awesome. Look how they scripted the inventory. When you press it, you can press the Y key to return the game. That's awesome. So X is your inventory, Y is attack, B is run, holding B sprints. I think they've got that wrong. Y is inventory and X is attack. They've switched those keys. Always in such a hurry, lad. Yes, I am. Let's interact with you. No interaction there. Let's press the start key. Simple start menu with a weird sound effect. So let's run around here. He can interact. See the A button they brought up? Keep out of trouble and I won't arrest you. Okay. Now let's go find trouble. Okay, so I'm playing with my controller, but let's see what happens when I just start touching the keyboard and mouse. Instantaneously, the game is detected in the bottom right-hand corner that I'm playing with the mouse, and I can hit space to run, I can press shift to sprint, I'm using W, A, S, and D like normal. I think that's pretty cool. Decent graphics, very stylized. I have no idea where I'm going, I hope I'm going in the right direction. While I run, something that was in the game at one point. Hey, let's be nice to this guy. Punch you. I'm sorry, I'll leave him alone. Please just don't hit me again. Clearly I'm going to punch you again. It's a straight up Fable ripoff, by the way. Anyone who's played Fable 1 will recognize these moments. Yay, you stopped him. Here, I'll let you look after Rosie. She'll be safe with you. Oh my gosh, you are going to get sued. So where was I? I forget what I was talking about, but basically, oh yeah, Spark Time. What the game had was a limit on how long you can play other people's games, and if you wanted to play more of them, you'd have to buy more Spark Time. I think they removed that. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you go on the website, they'll say that they've removed Spark Time, and instead they've added some other kind of currency or something. Bottom line, it's free to play. They're going to make their money somehow, and so look for those. Start menu sound. Look for those kind of ways that they're going to make money. Look for the ways that they're going to get you. But otherwise, fairly cool tool. I'm kind of tired of listening or reading all this dialogue and playing a Fable port. But you get the idea. You can literally craft a full experience just like this and have it be a fully realized RPG. Alright, we're back. Real quick, during the video cut, Graev looked into it, and the spark power is gone, I think, the spark time, but they've added the ability to generate more currency and more tokens by purchasing boosts. The spark time existed to basically limit the amount of time you can play using assets you haven't yet purchased or earned in-game. But anyway, let's jump into another game here. This one was rated very high. It's called Pinball Raid 2. Let's hope this is a little bit different from the RPG that we just played. Pinball Raid on a woodland village. Can you beat 200,000? Probably not. I'm horrible at pinball. Okay, we jumped into what looks like another intro video here. This is kind of cool. Custom music there. Hey, that's neat. Pinball Raid on a woodland village. Press A to shoot the ball, hold for more power, left trigger, right trigger, the paddles. Cool. Wow, okay, there you go. That's really cool. In the bottom right hand corner, they've taken a lot of props and they've created something. It's the ball. Wow. They were using this is awesome. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? They created a rule when object collides with tree or wall or... There we go. Creates an effect. Adds to your score. I know exactly how they scripted this. There's no way I would ever be able to personally, but I know how they did it, which is something I can appreciate. Am I getting points for that? What's going on? Wow, this must have taken forever. Right into the Goblin Hut. Cool, a little cutscene video. And here comes the ball. Where are you, ball? There it is, left-hand side, coming down the ramp. I don't even want to think about how long this took. It took me 20 minutes to script one guy to sit there and jump when I press spacebar. I've destroyed the bell tower. Cool. Alright, well, that's just another sample of the kind of game that you can make in Project Spark. I'm going to jump over here to the main menu again. I like that. Rate that a plus. Alright, Project Spark. It's available, I think, for Windows 8.1 in the Game App Store. It's also on Xbox One. I know Graev picked it up and tried it out. really, really cool. Jump in there and play, create, or go to the marketplace. It's free. I think it's in like an alpha or a beta test right now, but I think anybody can honestly just get right in. So this is Keen from Keen and Graev's Gaming blog. Be sure to check out the article related to this video, and thanks for watching.